Okay, nagbabalik po ang Rotary in Action at ito naman po muli si PDG June Farcon at ito po ang ating PCRG Corner. Kung saan dito kikilalanin natin ang ating panauhin at ako'y natutuwa dahil ang ating panauhin ay aking classmate bilang governor, kasapi ng Philippine College of Rotary Governors, and we are very fortunate because he is not just an ordinary past district governor because he happens to be the president of the Intellectual Property Association of the Philippines. So, sa ating mga taga-panood, let us welcome none other than from District 3780, past District Governor Ambo Gangkayko of the Rotary Club of New Manila East. Magandang gabi sa iyo, classmate.
Magandang gabi, Chairman June.
Oh.
Chairman of the PCRG.
Okay. Alam mo, pag tinatawag si Gob Ambo, ang kanyang distrito sumisigaw ng ahu, ahu. Kami natutuwa dahil very unique. Ano? So, Gob Ambo, alam naman natin na bilang kasapi ng ating asosasyon PCRG or the Philippine College of Rotary Governors, personally, paano ba nakatulong ito sa iyo? At of course, sa akin din, ano? Sa paghahanda sa iyo nung ikaw ay manunungkulan bilang governor ng iyong distrito. Ano ba ang naging role ng PCRG? At paano ito nakatulong sa atin?
Well, alam mo naman na Chairman, no? Chairman po namin siya sa PCRG, Philippine College of Rotary Governors. Chairman June is considered as the head of all the governors all over the Philippines. Ito pong organisasyon namin ay talagang tumutulong sa ikabubuti na lahat ng mga magiging gobernador at ang mga gobernador dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. Ang pinakamagandang training na idinulot sa atin ng PCRG ay yung tinatawag naming pre-gets. No? Ginagawa po namin ito bago mag-training yung aming mga DGEs sa kanilang gets, wherever it will be. Napakaganda po nito kasi po it is designed to be very complementary to the training of the DGE.
At saka DGN, di ba?
And DGN. Ito po, talagang practical matters ang tinitake up. Yun yung matters na usually hindi iti-take up sa kanilang gets or International Assembly or even expound on matters that will not be taken up in depth during their own training. Kamukha po nung tuturuan kami kung ano mga gagawin namin sa International Assembly. Ang International Assembly po, ito naman yung training ng lahat ng gobernador sa buong mundo na ginagawa po sa San Diego pag Enero. So, malaking tulong po sa amin ito. Dahil po, very Filipino ang dating dito, tinuturo sa aming mga Pilipinong magiging gobernador kung paano maging magagaling at mahuhusay na gobernador in the future. So, yun. Kami po ni June, dumaan doon.
At saka ang alam ko, classmate, sa atin lang sa Pilipinas, yung 10 districts ang merong ganitong seminar na tinatawag na pre-gets, di ba?
Tama ka. We are very unique. Yes,
very unique.
Very unique.
Okay, Gob, ibahagi mo naman sa ating mga tagapakinig at tagapanood, ano ba ang kinakailangang daanan ng isang district governor ng mga training bago ka payagan ng Rotary International na maglingkod bilang isang governor? At paano naman makakatulong o nakatulong ang training ng pre-gets, na binanggit mo, dito sa mga pagdadaanan ng ating mga district governors?
Basically, tatlong organized training activities ang dadaanan ng isang future governor. Meaning, pag ikaw ay DGN, magiging kang DGE, bago ka maging incoming governor until your governorship.
DGN, District Governor Nominee.
That's right. That's right. And that will start about 2 years before you assume your term as a district governor. Magkakaroon kayo ng what we call a GNTS, a Governor Nominee Training Seminar. Kasabay po ito ng GETS, no? And kami po, yung grupo namin ni Chairman June, we were fortunate to be the first group, at least in our zone, who underwent this kind of a training. Dati po, GETS lang agad. Sumunod doon, IA na. Kami po, a year before, dumaan pa kami ng GNTS. And then a year after, yun pong aming GETS. This is the Governor-elect Training Seminar. Again, this is preparatory to the International Assembly. But as I said earlier, Chairman, before the GETS, about a month before the GETS, ito pong grupo natin dito sa Pilipinas, led by the PCRG, would already train our DGEs on the practical side of being a governor. So malaking tulong po ang ginagawa ng PCRG, complementary to the training we get from RI.
Okay, classmate, alam naman na naibanggit ko na you are now serving as the president of the Intellectual Property Association of the Philippines.
Yes.
So we're very proud, ano? Ang PCRG ay natutuwa dahil one of our members is now the head of this organization called the Intellectual Property Association of the Philippines. Buong bansa ito.
That's right.
Can you tell us what is this organization all about and bakit ba ito tinayo at sino-sino ba mga makakasama mo rito or nakakasama mo dito?
Well, actually, I'm on my third year as the president of the organization and my last year. Next year, meron na pong papalit sa akin na isang magaling na abogado na naman. Ang ating tinatawag na Intellectual Property Association of the Philippines po, this is the organization of all what we call the most qualified and competent intellectual property law practitioners in the Philippines. Kami po, mga abogado po kami, ang amin pong expertise ay ang tinatawag na intellectual property. Ano po ito? For the layman's from the layman's term, ito po yung patents, trademarks, and copyrights, and other related areas like licensing, franchising, and technology transfer, etc. Itinayo po namin to for various reasons. But one of the major reasons why we put up itong aming organisasyon nito is of course to maintain the quality, the integrity, and the competence of the practitioners in intellectual property. Hindi po kami malaking grupo. This is a very select group. Right now, we probably count ourselves as around 160 law firms and individual practitioners.
All over the Philippines yan.
All over the Philippines. Kasama po namin ang pinakamalalaking opisina dito sa Pilipinas. At siguro po, sa aking paningin, ang pinakamagagaling na abogado. Kami rin po ay tinaguyod din po namin ito dahil po kami po ay nagbabantay sa pagbuo ng mga bagong batas dito sa locally and internationally. Kami po ang nagiging resource persons ng ating legislatura. Kami rin po ang nagbabantay sa implementasyon ng mga batas dito at sa labas. At lastly, we serve as the liaison organization for other international organizations, worthwhile international organizations involved in intellectual property law, including government associations and UN endorsed organizations. Ngayon, may tanong ka, classmate, kanina, sino mga kasama ko rito? Palagay ko iniisip mo, sinong Rotarians ang kasama ko rito?
Meron bang mga
Ay,
Rotarians na kasama niyan?
Siyempre.
Nakakasama mo at masasabi natin kasama rin sa ating organisasyon.
Right now, I can mention at least 3 of them. One of the more prominent ones is my very own Manang Lorna Kapunan,
Oy,
who
kaysa-
belongs to your district.
She's from our
3800.
district, Rotary Club of Sampaguita, Grace Park.
That's right.
Oh.
And our very respected Manong Alan Cheta, who
From my
also-
club,
From your club.
Rotary Club of Marikina. Oh.
And former DOJ Undersecretary Ramon Esguerra, very prominent criminal lawyer also. But I think he belongs to 3830.
Rotary Club of Makati
Makati
Central.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Ano ba ang mga advocacies ng inyong organisasyon? Kasama ba rito yung, kasi alam ko mga artists, di ba?
Yes.
And they have creation or creative works.
Yes.
And kasama ba rito yung mga protection sa mga artists natin? Especially sa mga tinatawag nating mga composers, mga producers. Ano pa mga covered nitong advocacies ng organisasyon natin?
Well, the practice itself involves many areas. One, of course, is the filing and maintenance of whatever intellectual property rights you have, whether it's in patent, kung sa artist, it's more of copyright, or in commercial parlance, more of trademark. We also involve ourselves in litigation. We do appear in all in the courts and administrative agencies, especially the Intellectual Property Office, which is the main office of IPR. As to probably public service, a matter of public service, we do open our doors to assisting many of our inventors who in reality would lack the necessary funds to develop what they have invented or what they hindi nila kaya sustinahan yung proseso ng pagre-register niyan at probably to make commercial use of their inventions. Doon tumutulong kami sa ating mga kababayan and maybe for free. Yes.
For free, ah?
We can do that, yes.
Okay, so siguro hindi lang mga inventor, lahat ng nasasakop ng intellectual property law.
Yes, yes.
Pwedeng matulungan.
So many other aspects, contractual, whether it's contractual or whether we appear in before agencies in the protection of these IP rights, we can do that to help as a matter of public service.
Meron ba kayo, Gob, na mga proyekto sa inyong asosasyon na sinusulong or isusulong? Parang service project or anything that you're doing for the benefit of the public?
I'm not sure if you can qualify them as service projects, but we do have ongoing projects mainly for the benefit initially of our own organization. No? Number one, we are still continuing our several seminars that we are doing not only for our very own members, but we open this up to certain sectors of society who would need the necessary information in areas of intellectual property. Kamukha nga nun, meron tayong mga inventor na gusto nilang malaman kung paano yung proseso ng pagre-register ng kanilang invention with the Intellectual Property Office. We do have some kinds of seminars or briefings on how to do that. We also are developing what we call an e-newsletter, wherein all the information, very current information on IP, which would be news items, pending legislation or new laws or rules or regulations, and also very relevant articles on intellectual property, which we pass on to the relevant sector. And two more. One area that we are trying to get involved here is to be an MCLE provider in the area of intellectual property and probably related laws.
MCLE, ito sa mga abogado,
That's right.
Mandatory Continuing Legal Education.
Kami po ay pinag-utusan ng ating batas na bawat 3 taon ay bumabalik kami sa eskwela para po matutunan uli namin o mapalawak namin ang aming kaalaman sa abogasya. Kami po ni Chairman, pareho kaming dumadaan doon. And meron pa rin kaming isang area na maaring dumating na. Kung matuloy yung plano ng ating Integrated Bar of the Philippines na magkaroon ng specialty accreditation, meaning magkakaroon na tayo ngayon ng added calling, no? If you're a tax expert, you will be accredited as a tax expert. And one of the areas na gusto nila magkaroon ng accreditation, specialty, is intellectual property. And most probably, kaming organisasyon namin ang magiging accrediting body for this purpose.
Okay. Alam mo, Gob, kanina classmate, napag-usapan natin yung serbisyo sa Rotary.
Yes.
Is there life after becoming a Pasig City Governor? Ano ba naman ang iyong serbisyo sa kasalukuyan na ginagawa para sa Rotary as Pasig City Governor? I understand you're involved also sa Manila Rotary Institute at saka sa 2016 Council on Legislation. So, can you tell our viewers ano ba ang mga naging role mo at magiging role mo pa sa ating organisasyon na Rotary?
Naku, salamat sa tanong mo, Chairman, na classmate. Kami po kasi mga nakaraang gobernador or past governors, After being so relevant for 1 year, we become irrelevant. But not so.
Explain mo yun. Explain mo yun. Irrelevant.
Not so with a few of us who would still continue our advocacies in Rotary. In my own district, kami po ay patuloy na tumutulong sa lahat ng distrito. Hindi lang actually dito sa Pilipinas, kung minsan sa labas pa tayo, kami po ay tumutulong na bilang mga trainers. Kami po ang mga discussion leaders, etc. All helping the training cycle of Rotary. In the area of what am I doing now in my district, I was tasked by my governor, DG Sam Pagdilao, to handle all kinds of elections in our district. No? And so far, we have had one. And really, what I did is to ensure that it is orderly and clean. And I think we did fairly well in that area. As to future plans, well, I believe it has been announced before that next year, yung ating pong tinatawag na Zone Institute.
Rotary Institute.
So, Rotary Zone Institute, ito po yung mas maliit na
Parang international convention.
international convention kumpara sa RI convention itself na taon-taon ginagawa rin sa ibang bansa. Tayo umiikot sa ibang bansa sa aming zona. Ang it's like an area institute.
Diba?
Sa Maynila po
16
gagawin.
countries yan. And next year, 2015,
It's gonna be here
in Manila.
in Manila.
At ano naman
Proudly
ang,
in Manila.
ang magiging role mo dito sa
Ah,
Rotary Institute, Manila Rotary Institute,
Institute.
2015 in Manila.
Opo. Ito po, may dates na po kami. This is now gonna be in November 5 to 8 next year, 2015. And the venue is Sofitel. So we are expecting not only the Rotarians, the governors and Rotarians coming from the 10 countries mentioned earlier, but likewise, more so our very own Rotarians and governors here in the Philippines. My role, I will be the events chair.
Wow.
That means I handle everything from logistics to entertainment. So I promise you, it's gonna be a hit.
And I'm sure it's going to be a very big event.
It will
a
be.
promising event because of PDG Ambo
Naku, ikaw
handling
rin.
the events. Okay?
Si chairman po ang magpo-promote sa iba-ibang bansa.
Okay. Anyway, we will have the chance to promote Manila Rotary Institute
Yes.
when we invite the chairman, PDG Ed Alvarez,
Yes.
next year. Okay, Gov Ambo.
Ay,
Alam mo,
thank you. Thank you very much.
napakabilis ng oras.
Talaga.
At muli na namang dapat magpasalamat na tayo sa ating guests for gracing our show tonight. And hopefully you could join us again next time. So mga kasambahay, yan po ang kabuuan ng ating PCRG Corner ngayong gabi. Susunod na po ang ating international news sa pagbabalik ng Rotary in Action.